two new features now available in the free ChatGPT. One of them is projects and the other is branching. Let's get ChatGPT to explain it. Would you explain projects in ChatGPT that's now available in the free version?
Sure. The projects feature in ChatGPT is a way to organize your conversations and keep related chats together in one place. It's kind of like having different folders for different topics or projects. This makes it easier to find your previous conversations and keep everything neatly organized. It's a handy tool for staying on top of your ideas and projects.
Now explain the branching feature that's also rolled out to the free version so that you can branch out, especially if you have a long conversation going on with ChatGPT.
Absolutely. The branching feature lets you create different paths from a single conversation, kind of like making a copy of a chat and then going in a different direction from that point. It's really useful if you're exploring multiple ideas or scenarios from the same starting point. Instead of having to scroll back or copy paste, you can just branch out and keep each path organized and separate. It makes managing complex conversations a breeze.
Also mention examples of where you would want to branch and where do you go to use the branch feature.
Absolutely. The branching feature can help effectively extend the context because you can keep the original conversation intact while exploring new ideas and separate branches. This way you don't lose any of the original context and the conversation doesn't get too cluttered. As for examples, you might want to branch out if you're working on a project with multiple scenarios, like planning a marketing strategy with different target audiences. Or if you're exploring different solutions to a problem, each branch could represent a different approach. To use the branching feature, you just click on the branch icon in the chat interface. It's pretty straightforward and lets you explore new directions without losing the original path.
I've also heard this is useful if you've got a very long conversation and it's starting to hit the limits of the context window, where you're starting to notice that maybe it's not quite as accurate or it's keeping up, where you can go back a little bit further and then branch off of it. Talk about that.
Absolutely. That's a great point. As conversations get longer, the model's context window can become a bit strained, which might affect accuracy. By branching out, you essentially create a new starting point from an earlier part of the conversation. This helps you bypass the limitations of the long chat and keep the context fresh and accurate. So if you notice that the conversation is starting to feel a bit less precise, or if you're getting close to that context limit, branching is a great way to reset the conversation flow. It's a handy tool for keeping everything smooth and clear.
Excellent. Thank you.
You're very welcome. If you have any more questions or need help with anything else, just let me know.
Okay, now do you see this is the conversation that just occurred. Here's projects on the left-hand side. So in projects, you'd click on it, and then you give it a name of the project. See, we have some kind of starters here. Give it what it is. You can explain what the project is. It's sort of like it's having memory inside the project, which is quite useful versus you're talking about stuff outside of it. It's trying to keep track of it, sort of a memory of your collective conversations. This gets down to a more subset of it. Try it out. Let me know how it works. Now I'm going to say, tell me more about branching in ChatGPT. Yep, and I'll say, yes, I do. Yes, yes. There we go. You see that? Branch. So let's say we've had a long conversation and it's going on and it's like it's losing track of things. I might want to go back to an earlier point, click the three dots and branch here where it seems to be more accurate. So this is really powerful when you have long conversations going on in ChatGPT. Let me hear how you're using this. Also check our resources below. Dr. Justin Rose and I and the team are committed to helping people be more effective using AI. Have a fantastic day and remember to click subscribe and the bell.